Who's a Culver super fan?
It was Saturday, July 23rd, 2022, and Sean and I were on our way to the 9th annual Curd Fest at Bree Stevens Field in Madison, Wisconsin.
The free event will feature all kinds of curds as well as food trucks, family games, and of course, a curd eating contest.
You don't even like Culver's cheese curds.
No, but I like cheese curds in general.
Okay, well, I guess that's fair.
But the real reason I wanted to go to Curd Fest and make this video was because of a news article I'd seen saying there would be a Culver's food truck there selling poutine. Now that we had to try. We're from Wisconsin, not Canada, so our exposure to poutine was limited.
My only experience with it has been at the Madison College cafeteria. That was one
Me
of their
too.
That was one of their street food options one day.
That's right. The only time either of us had tried poutine was at our community college's cafeteria, and all I remember is that it was pretty salty.
So one of their options in the cafeteria sometimes was street food, and it was supposed to be like culturally significant food from around the world, and once that was poutine. It's just fries, gravy, and cheese curds, from my understanding. I think that's all that's supposed to be in poutine, right? Is those three ingredients, basically?
Yeah.
Like, you can dress it up from there, but like that's the main three things, and that I'd like a little bit of that, but like as a whole dish, like it was not a good lunch. I'll say that. Like, it was just so salty and heavy. By the end, I just wanted it to be over with. Like, I don't think I even finished, because it was a big basket that they gave us. So.
Yeah, well, I'm very curious.
Because this is not on the normal Culver's menu.
No, it's not.
And my number one complaint with Culver's for years is that, you know, they're kind of conservative, not politically, although maybe also, but that's not relevant. I'm talking about like their menu choices. They don't take a lot of risks.
Yeah, their menu has only gotten smaller in the time since I've worked there.
So to see them making a food truck and selling poutine of all things is kind of interesting.
It's very interesting.
They're actually trying.
They're
things
branching out
a little bit.
Yeah.
Did you say branching out?
I said branching out, but branching out is a good pun.
Yeah.
Sean and I walked around the festival. There were cheese curds, of course, although not as many as I'd expected. There weren't actually that many food trucks. Curd Girl wasn't even there, and you'd think she'd have to be. Regardless, there was still a lot to see. A woman was carving a statue out of cheese, people were selling cheese curd merch, and a random cow was walking around.
Leash, it's not just like participating in the festivals.
We got our pictures taken with Wedgie, the Greene County Cheese Days mascot.
1, 2, 3, cheese curds.
But the line to the Culver's food truck, oh my goodness, it spanned just about the entire soccer field. Where does it end?
I don't know. I don't know why, but there's a lot more people than I expected. Don't know why my expectations weren't in the right place at this point. You can kind of see behind me, the whole field is filled with people, and I feel like half of those people are in line waiting to taste the Culver's poutine. The Culver's truck is on the far end of the field, and their line stretches all the way across the field, basically, at this point. Kind of what we're hoping for is that the storm will roll in and most of the people will leave, but they won't close, so maybe we can get some Culver stuff that way. We got handed a flyer for the Greene County Cheese Days, which is in September, and I can't help but think, like, maybe that's a better time to hold a cheese festival.
It's like 90 degrees out right now.
It's 90 degrees,
and muggy.
and it's humid, and it's about to rain, and I just don't want to put a bunch of hot dairy in my body, if I'm being honest. I'm gonna, if possible, if the lines aren't too long, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this weather for this.
The line wasn't getting any shorter, so I found the end of it and started waiting. This was about 10 after 5. Sean, meanwhile, bought some other cheese curds and brought them back for me to try.
This is from the Just Veggies food truck over there. It's a vegan restaurant that claims to be able to make cheese curds. I don't know how they do that without cheese.
How is it? Does it taste like a cheese curd?
It's not bad. It's got sort of a gooey center that certainly approximates cheese. I don't know what that is, but got all kinds of spices on the inside, a nice fried shell.
I'm gonna try one. Not bad.
What do you taste? It's not really the cheese, right? It's mostly the spices.
The spices that are in the coating. What are those spices?
I don't know, but we're terrible food critics. So, I went over to Jakarta Cafe. That's that green trailer, that little green dot you can see in the background. They don't have much of a line at all. I think because they're not really selling cheese curds. There's like, you know, curry chicken, they got pork belly over there. These were the closest thing I could find to cheese curds, which are crispy cheese wontons.
Ooh.
So, again, they have sort of a spicy pink sauce. And then, you know, a wonton outside wrap. I mean, that's cheddar in there. That's more or less an Asian cheese curd. If that's a take you could do on it for sure.
Slowly but surely, I was nearing the front of the line. The guy taking orders and credit cards was wearing the same shirt as me, so that was cool. They were pretty efficient taking our order. After paying, we moved to another, shorter line to wait for our food. At 5:51, 41 minutes after I first got in line, I got my hands on the poutine. It was time for the moment of truth.
So, after all that, we got poutine at the Curd Festival. They did put some extra seasoning on these. There's little green herbs of some kind and like Parmesan cheese, probably?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what that cheese is. I think it's Parmesan or something like it.
Yeah, and then like a melty, cheddar-y type cheese. Some sort of brown sauce.
Was that the gravy?
That would make sense, yeah. I mean, it's pretty good. I'm just not a poutine guy, I think. Like,
yeah.
It's so salty.
It is very salty. Like, I kind of wish I had a bottle of water because this is...
But bottles of water were $2 in there, so...
I'm not going to pay $2 for it. I feel like there should be more cheese curds in here. But I guess I thought this was a more cheese curd heavy dish than it is.
I mean, poutine, I feel like is mostly fries with the occasional cheese curd sprinkled in.
Yeah.
But it is kind of weird for Curd Fest for this to be your only dish. Ultimately, I guess the question is, should this be a menu item on Culver's menu? How much should this cost you?
It was $5 per.
$5 per.
This size order.
Okay, so I mean, this is not huge for $5.
No.
But it is a premium item. For a certain kind of person, this is probably good, right? I think this is about as good as you could expect Culver's poutine to be. So if they made this regularly, I'd get it every once in a while just to...
Yeah.
I was gonna say show off my worldly palate, but I don't know how exotic Canadian food is.
Yeah, really good, really salty.
So I think we're gonna go home and finish our poutine.
Be sure you like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you never miss a video. Bye! It's always so awkward to get on camera.
Bye!